Hey everybody, this is Adam and welcome back to the Garage Gym Experiment podcast where we are diving deep into the garage gym scene. I'm here with Jake and Mike from Garage Gym Updates, who's serving as our guest analyst this week. What's up, Mike?
How you guys doing? Happy to be here.
Awesome. We're happy to have you. This is part one, where Jake will be quickly going over all survey results. Part two will be a deeper dive into a few different topics, and part three will be an interview with Mike where we ask him about his home gym experiences. Jake, take it away.
All right. Thanks, Adam. All right. We're going to start off with something that we actually missed last week. We're talking Rogue Boneyard versus Titan Scratch and Dent. So about 30% have high interest in the Rogue Boneyard, while 20% voted high interest in the Scratch and Dent from Titan. Both also included about a third voting medium interest. So a little bit of a win for Rogue there, but Titan really wasn't too far behind. Next, powerlifting gyms are the ideal other option for nearly half when asked, which other gym option are you most interested in? CrossFit accounted for about 28%, and box gyms, aka something like LA Fitness, and then boutique gyms were quite a bit behind, with 15% for box gyms and 7% for boutique gyms. Ab roller versus ab mat. There was a bit more interest for the ab mat with 18% high interest votes versus 16% high interest votes for the ab roller. The majority are not watching any March Madness. Only 14% say they are watching a lot, while 61% voted none. Moving on to treadmills. So really not a massive amount of high interest in treadmills, but the non-motorized options like the Assault Runner or Trueform had quite a bit more interest than those with motors. So they received about 18% high interest, which was about 2.5 times higher than motorized treadmills. So both of these are also down a little bit from last January, when this was January of 2021, I should say. The Stairmaster beat out the treadmill by 1% when asked which one you'd rather have, with price not included. And it was pretty interesting that only 8% said no interest in either. So next up, when asked where you are most likely to get a bench, Rep was the clear winner this time over Rogue, Titan, and all others. Rep received 44% of the votes, and Rogue received 32%. However, Rogue was the easy winner when asked, who are you going with if you want to get a foldaway rack? They received just under half of the votes with 49%. Rep and Titan were grouped together when asking this question, and they received 22%. PRX, who's known for their foldaway racks, was in a third place with 17%, and then 11% voted other. Next, only 16% knew that Bells of Steel released a couple of new benches earlier this year. So this just helps show how difficult it is to release new products and at least get the word out. To compare, last June, we asked the same question about the Rogue Adjustable Bench 3.0 just after they released it. And just to give the Bells of Steel numbers some context, 42% said they knew of that release. Here's another question that we didn't give a ton of context around or define what commercial gym equipment was, but most people say they do have some commercial gym equipment within their setup. 42% say that they have 0 pieces. And then the last one we have here is 78% said they have more interest in specialty strength machines than heavy cardio for their home gym. All right, so that was the quick rundown. Any of those catch you guys by surprise?
I kind of saw like how I use an ab mat and ab roller. They're not really a versus in my world. They're kind of play on together. So the ab mat is for my old man knees as I use the roller. So I voted interest in both. And then not a lot of people watching March Madness. I thought that was kind of surprising. 61% not watching any at all.
That is a shock, right? It's actually funny. So St. Peter's is right in my backyard here. So they're what, Cinderella now. They're the sweetheart. I actually, both my parents went here, so it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, you're talking to a couple
Small
of Purdue
world.
fans.
I went to Purdue, so
Yeah, there you go.
yeah.
Interesting.
You know what? The one that kind of stuck out to me was I don't know if a lot of people did what I did when I took the survey for the fold out rack. As soon as I saw that, I just sort of gut check and I clicked PRX because that's what they're there for, right? And I was thinking about it again today. I said, if I had the chance to vote again, I'd probably hit Rogue on that too, because if Rogue is involved in something, I mean, chances are they're knocking it out of the park. So, you could go to a smaller company or you could stick with kind of the giant, and at that point, you know what you're getting for sure. So that one. That shocked me a little bit.
That's actually a discussion that we'll dive deeper into in part 2. So stay tuned.